depending on where you are. And hey, thank you for joining. Um, hey, I know in the subtitle I put technical difficulties yesterday. Real funny story. I'll make it very quick because I really do want to get to the three things every entrepreneur should do. But so on Monday, I had did a little teaser saying, "Hey, I want to talk. I'm going to be talking to you tomorrow," which was yesterday, and something came up, and that I needed to go see my father. He's in assisted living, and so what I did was, I have these different platforms that I can put my lives on, and I've actually always go live. And the funny thing is, when I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to try out the actually scheduling it where it will go live, but it'll go live later. And so it was when I was going to be traveling. So that's what I did. Well, I not knowing technology the way that I probably should at this point, but I don't mind being vulnerable and open myself up to let you guys know that really I kind of made a mistake, and so I realized that this platform did go to some places, but it didn't go to others. And so here goes. Here is today's, and what should have been yesterday. And some of you saw it because you some of the platforms that did make, some of the platforms that didn't make. But there are three things that every entrepreneur should do and be thinking about. And I want to start off with a quick little story about when I was in the first grade, 6 years old, and I had to shine shoes for my lunch money. And I'm not telling you that to say, "Oh, poor Ron." No, it's more about that. In fact, there's nothing poor about that at all. But my mother was 17 years older than me, and a single mom, trying to raise me on her own, and with a little bit of help from my grandmother. But if I wanted to have lunch with my friends at school, I had to shine shoes to have that lunch money. And that taught me three things. I didn't know it then, but looking back, it taught me three things. So I've been an entrepreneur. I've worked for as long as I can basically remember, and those three things are: the first thing is it's the way that you think. It's your thinking, that you have to have your head on straight. You have to have your thinking right as an entrepreneur. The second thing that you have to have is that you have to know who you are. And I know that's kind of vague, so I'm going to be a little bit more specific when I say that. But to do that, I have to be a little bit grammatically incorrect. And so, what I mean by that is to say you have to know what you be, or in more grammatical terms, you have to know who you are as a person on the inside, your being, who it is that you are. So you can say it as who you be or who you are. You have to know that on the inside. And so, even being a little bit more specific than that, as far as that's concerned, you have to know what your values and your belief systems are. Because if you don't have that straight, you don't have your head on straight, you're not thinking correctly, or not necessarily positive. You can be positively wrong, but thinking rationally. So, you're thinking and thinking rationally about the decisions that you're making. You have to know who it is that you are, your values and your beliefs. One of those values and one of those beliefs are making sure that the people the people that you're doing business with, that it's a win-win. It is an example of having a correct belief system. And with that, it was I believe it was Zig Ziglar that said, never do a bad deal with a good person, and never do a good deal with a bad person. And so that's another example of a value system or a belief system. Okay. So those are the first two. The third one is that you have to take massive action. If you wait too long, if you're letting things, sometimes, it is good for you to think through, because the first one is thinking, and it is good to have good values and beliefs surrounded around being an entrepreneur. But unless you're willing to take massive action, you know, that saying about being um, about procrastination, or um, a I can't think of it right now. Wow. So paralysis of analysis. Yeah. So, sometimes, we get caught up in the analysis of it. And before you know it, the good deal is gone. Sometimes that happens in real estate deals. It happens in insurance. It happens in any type of business situation. Sometimes you have to be able to take massive actions. So the three things is getting your head on straight, thinking right. The second thing is making sure you understand who you are as a person, and that you've got your values and your belief systems correctly, and it's lined up. And then, of course, the last one is taking massive action. Hey, I apologize for yesterday. Some of you did get it, some of you didn't get it, but I did promise you on Monday that I would give it to you. So it's better than being not doing it at all. And I do like to keep my commitments, even if it's a day late. And so, anyway, I hope you have a great day. And hey, if you receive value from this, and you think somebody else might be able to receive value from this, if you could forward it on to somebody, go ahead and send it. Go ahead and send it out, and also invite somebody to come and watch it. But and if you need help with anything, if you want to get on my calendar, it's not a sales fest. If you want to get on, if it's somebody that I've known for a long time, but we haven't connected in a while, get on my calendar. It's in here. It's somewhere on here for you to get on my calendar. If we don't know each other yet, but you would like for us to get to know each other better, get on my calendar. If you're wanting to tell me more about what it is that you do, get on my calendar. That doesn't mean I'm going to do what it is that you do, but get on my calendar. Let's get to know each other. Or if there's some way that I can help you, again, get on my calendar. Thank you. Have a great day. See you later.